Hundreds of thousands of people are flocking to Mexico for plastic surgery, LASIK, dental care, and other medical services. With spending approaching $100 million across Mexico, 9 hospitals are now certified by the Joint Commission, an organization that accredits over 19,000 healthcare organizations and programs in the United States. Now let's look at the education of young people. City officials are saying that the lack of action by the state education system to promote reading among young people in Mexico is exacting a toll on professional and academic development. High literacy rates are a great achievement in Mexico, but there are areas of literacy as low as 77% in one state, according to the National Institute of Statistics and Geography. Baja California has one of the highest literacy rates, but that's just a foundation for education. And experts are weighing in on how to get more children hooked on reading.
La falta de lectura en los adultos y sobre todo en maestros ha disminuido el impulso para elevar el índice de jóvenes que leen libros por gusto propio. El día de hoy la coordinadora de bibliotecas en la ciudad habla sobre la serie de estrategias que se crearán como círculos de lectura, los cuales ayuden a reforzar las deficiencias actuales que se generan en el sistema educativo.
Y entonces no podemos decir que el sistema educativo está bien, ¿verdad? Entonces sería como querer tapar el sol con un dedo. Yo creo que el problema está, pero también nosotros, como te decía ahí también en la ponencia, que es responsabilidad de todos, no nada más de uno. El padre de familia tiene que buscar una opción más y esta es una opción que le está dando el gobierno municipal para que se acerquen a las bibliotecas y empiecen ahí también a dar un cambio.
Sin embargo, la falta de programas educativos agregados a los existentes continúan siendo un reto que maestros y alumnos deben afrontar cuando hablamos de un fomento a la lectura adecuado.
Creo que eso va enfocado mejor más bien a los proyectos y a los programas que el sistema educativo pudiera manejar o implementar, es decir, que lo hiciera obligatorio, que este proceso de estar yendo cada lunes cívico sea un parteaguas para que ya quede establecido como parte de una norma y una regla y pudiéramos implementarlo. De verdad que no tenemos a veces idea de lo importante que es leer, y yo creo que tiene que ver más con los programas que maneja el sistema educativo. Yo creo que cualquier maestro tiene la capacidad y sobre todo las herramientas para trabajar la lectura.
El problema actual de la falta de lectura en México viene con la escuela y el hogar, unido a un sistema escolarizado que quita el apetito de leer a los niños y jóvenes al someterlos a una serie de disciplinas, cuando en realidad podría disfrutarse directamente de los libros, en lugar de saber de qué tratan estos, por lo que programas innovadores y círculos de lectura creados, en este caso por la biblioteca del CEMAC, serán la estrategia inicial por este quinto ayuntamiento.
When we return, Americans promoting reading and libraries in Rosarito. A civil rights update on same-sex marriage, and more after this.
Economic challenges like these, your products and services really need to stand out in your customers' minds. Advertise with CNR to grow your business. We help businesses of all sizes and all types. Advertise your product or service with video, pictures, and all the information you desire. Your business will be seen by thousands of viewers and internet users. Give us a call and we will advise you based on your unique business needs. 612-4333.
If you're having trouble with someone's behavior, headed for a challenge like a deposition, need to regain your emotional stability, call me for a free consult. This is Robert Urell, and I have decades of experience. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and I'm right here in Rosarito. You'll appreciate my sliding scale fees and acceptance of credit cards. Call 619-677-6970 or contact us at urell.com.
Americans are working to support the education and activities of young people. The volunteer organization, Friends of the Library, gave out awards recently for the outstanding library of the city. They also provided materials for library activities. The event was held at Abelardo L. Rodriguez Park, where the American coordinators presented the materials with an estimated value of more than 21,000 pesos. They pointed out the need for resources in areas such as Primo Tapia and Colonia Morelos in particular. We turn now to interviews with Leticia Gonzalez, a Friend of the Library member, and Maria Contreras, librarian for Colonia Morelos.
El hábito de la lectura en los niños desde pequeñitos hasta nosotros los abuelitos, ¿no? La segunda, en lo que ayuda también amigos de la biblioteca es en mantener las bibliotecas como las hemos visto hasta ahorita, con libros, con el material didáctico. En su momento las bibliotecarias nos piden la ayuda a nosotros, que van a hacer algún concurso, que van a hacer algún evento, entonces participamos nosotros con ellas. Y también este evento fue para reconocer a las bibliotecarias. Y en especial a dos de las que durante ese año se movilizaron a lo máximo, que se les va a entregar 2 cajas a cada una de las bibliotecarias para que lo utilicen con los niños. Hay muchos niños que les gusta ir a la biblioteca, que no tienen los colores, que no tienen el cuaderno, que no tienen lápices, en fin, ¿verdad? Entonces es para entregárselo a esos niños, para que tengan ganas de ir a la biblioteca, a leer, a dibujar, a convivir con otros niños de su edad.
Bueno, un bibliotecario tenemos varias funciones. En las funciones es para que los niños vayan a la biblioteca a leer, a las tareas, cuentacuentos, la hora del cuento y muchas actividades. También tenemos manualidades, así es de que invitamos a todo mundo. La asistencia de niños varía, 20. Es difícil, pero poco a poquito vamos a hacer la gran tarea, todos invitarlos a leer. Es difícil, pero si todos ponemos un poquito de todos vamos a hacer la gran tarea.
We recently completed a reading program in Primo Tapia for about 80 students. We got their families involved, and it was a 6-week course that they had to read before they got their achievement awards. It was very successful in Primo Tapia. We plan on expanding that to 2 libraries in the coming year. Before that, we were in Plan Libertador, and we'll do 2 more in 2012. We have a board of directors of 9 people. We are expanding the board of directors now to include both foreign residents and local Mexican residents, because we want it really to be binational and have as many people from the community involved. In addition to that, our fundraising activities involve many people, probably hundreds in the community, who make donations, who give money and supplies to help us do our work. So there's the board of directors for 9, and then probably several hundred who write donation checks and help in the community and help our programs. Many volunteers helped with the reading program. Could not happen without the volunteers who came to work with the kids. Well, every year we do inspections. We go around to the libraries and we talk to the librarians. We observe what they're doing, and we notice that they are short on supplies sometimes. So we, every year, we buy supplies and then make a donation of all of these supplies to each library. Every library gets treated equally, and we spend probably 21,000 pesos, over $1,500 in donations of supplies, books, crayons, pencils, paper, scissors, hole punches, anything that we observe the libraries that what they use, we buy and we put them into these boxes, and then the librarians take them and use them in each library. In addition to that, today we awarded the Librarian of the Year. We do this every year as well. We notice this year was very difficult because we had 2 librarians who were doing an outstanding job. Lilia in Primo Tapia helped us immensely with our reading program, and Maria in Morelos was very important. It's a small library, and it's very difficult for her to grow and to serve that community, but she does an excellent job. So we decided to award 2 Librarian of the Year awards for the Rosarito librarians, and we also give them $100 to use as they wish, because we notice that they spend money out of their own pockets to buy supplies and to do the things that they need to excel in their jobs. So we decided to reward them. Really, it's a reimbursement for everything that they do, not a gift or a prize. It's a reimbursement for them to continue doing the good work that they do on behalf of the children.
Friends of the Library is always eager to get additional volunteer assistance and donations. They hold regular meetings that are open to anyone that cares about libraries. Now in broader infrastructure news, the city's investment in urban infrastructure this year will be higher than 2011. Jose Javier Mendoza Correa, president of the National Chamber of the Construction Industry, tells CNR that projects such as the Chaparral area have helped to increase construction employment. However, investment in construction is still uneven, as 90% of the works are of public investment and the remainder private. The Chamber hopes to strengthen that private sector investment through incentives announced by President Calderón. We learn more in this interview with Mr. Mendoza.
Directamente ahí son constructoras aquí locales las que de alguna manera nos estamos privilegiando con la construcción. Ahorita los cuatro puentes que se acaban de hacer fue una constructora local aquí del estado, ¿verdad? Pues del estado. Y lo que viene también son constructoras que están relacionadas aquí con el medio y son locales. 6.800 millones viene a generar empleos, aproximadamente 14,000 empleos en lo que se refiere directos, empleos directos de obra. Llámense oficiales, albañiles, carpinteros, fierreros y todo. Más aparte los indirectos, porque de las 73 ramas de la economía, 38 están muy ligadas a la infraestructura, a lo que es la construcción. Comparado con lo del año pasado, es pues muy halagador, ¿no? La inversión que nos acaban ahorita de comentar el secretario de Educación, de infraestructura urbana del gobierno del estado. Estamos haciendo obra pública y un 10% de obra privada. Esperamos que con estos incentivos que vino el presidente el viernes pasado, que nos dio, haga más confianza en la obra privada, en los inversionistas.
And I have a civil rights update. In our last broadcast, we reported on a fascinating survey of attitudes of Baja California residents. We also sampled some public opinions on the street after the Supreme Court decision allowing anti-abortion law in the state. We discovered very conservative opinions, but also more liberal ones concerning equal rights between men and women and regarding the use of birth control other than abortion. Last year, a gay pride march in Rosarito was well attended and without incident. Nonetheless, Baja is one of the states that attempted a legal maneuver that would allow it not to recognize same-sex marriages performed in other areas, like Mexico City. The Supreme Court recently defeated that move. This means that all Mexican states will now have to recognize same-sex marriages. The decision was 7-4 and will begin a major change in Mexican culture as same-sex marriages begin to proliferate and be more public. In Mexico, same-sex unions are performed in Mexico City and Coahuila. Observers suggest that adoption by same-sex couples will be the next battle on the gay rights front. Equal treatment in medical care and social services are the subject of numerous fights now, according to Anotis.com. The site states that so far, the fights are being won. These are in the form of amparos, which are effective and inexpensive instruments for the protection of individual rights. And I hope you'll exercise your right to watch CNR 54 Rosarito News in English. I'm Robert Urell, coming to you at 2 o'clock Tuesdays and Thursdays and online 24/7. Good afternoon and enjoy Rosarito.